So the UG, the West Bengal examination has been just finished, the West Bengal set, and today I have came up for you the paper, economics paper today, because upcoming we are having UG Senate, so you will get some idea that how the questions are being made this time. With the question paper analysis, what it can tell you that set paper is now becoming like net paper. So आप जो कोई भी दे रहे हो ऐसे ही प्रैक्टिस करो, क्योंकि ये बहुत आपके काम आने वाला है ये सब पेपर के सॉल्यूशंस. सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज व्हेन वाज LIC एस्टैब्लिश्ड. पहले हम ये देखेंगे कि कब LIC एस्टैब्लिश्ड हुआ था. तो चलिए देखते हैं. So when the LIC was formed, we will see that one. So the LIC is the Life Insurance Corporation of India. The Life Insurance Corporation of India. Okay. And it was established on 1st September 1956. It was formed after the nationalization of 245 private insurance company. Okay, and Life Insurance Corporation Act of 1956, LIC was created under this act, the Life Insurance Act of 1956, to provide the insurance coverage to a large section of society and consolidate the life insurance. Now we will move to the next question, which is acceptable under the statutory liquidity ratio. So what do we mean by statutory liquidity ratio or SLR? It is obviously the measures which are being taken by RBI under the monetary policy. So it is the percentage of a commercial bank net demand and time liability NDTL part that it must maintain in the form of liquid assets before providing credit to customer. And what are the liquid assets? The liquid assets are being gold, cash and T-bills. Okay, so why T-bills are accepted? The T-bills are acceptable because treasury bills are the government backed securities with very low risk, and they are liquid, secure and meet the SLR requirement as prescribed by RBI. Shares like Reliance share, L&T share or equity shares are not the acceptable. So what is acceptable? The treasury share are being acceptable under this one. So the correct option being this one. Now we have a question, the greater the elasticity of supply, the greater is what? The incidence of tax on buyer, the incidence of tax on seller, the impact of tax on seller or the impact of tax on buyer. So what we mean by tax incidence? We have learnt on public finance that tax incidence is what? It is something whom it is small, it is not to be borne by that person. So tax incidence refer to how the burden of a tax is being distributed between the buyer and between the seller. So the elasticity of demand and supply, it determines the distribution. So what is elastic supply? If supply is more elastic, then sellers can adjust production easily and shift the tax burden to buyer. Sellers are less willing to bear the tax since they have alternatives. Okay. And inelastic supply means sellers have less flexibility. So here the question is, the greater the elasticity of supply, the greater is what? Which means buyer bear a larger share of tax burden because sellers shift most of the tax to the buyer. So the answer will be incidence of tax on buyer. So greater the elasticity of supply, the greater is this one. Okay.